All right. So there are parts that I kind of really, just by looking at this, really want to take out. Um, and it's kind of referring back to what I saw with the other build, just to get an idea of what I was, because they have a lot of two ofs and a lot of one ofs, and it looks like it hurts, especially with hand advantage. And one of my biggest issues is Harpy Feathers Duster in the main. Back at my PC now, by the way. Awesome! I'm doing great. The 20-pound brisket is almost ready, getting closer to the Super Bowl. Go. I, I'm I'm
It
like
it
eyeballs
did
towards the
also
brisket.
look like a it also did look like a quiche, but I know that frittatas are like baked and dishes
Mm-hmm.
with certain fillings in them. That's like a French dish. So honestly, it could be either or.
Yeah.
It just depends on what all got put in it.
Either ways, I'd probably gobble that shit up.
Oh,
Add a
yeah, it
little
looks
bit of
really good.
add a little bit of sriracha for kick.
So this will go back to a discussion I had with Doctor earlier.
Uh huh.
Having things like Feather Duster in your main deck, um, unless you had the absolute open spots in your deck to put something like that in there, it's not going to benefit you. Um, for the simple fact that there's only one trap deck in the format. This is coming from a competitive viewpoint, just so everyone's aware. There's only one trap deck in the format, and that is Labyrinth. And Labyrinth can still technically play through a Feather Duster because of Big Welcome's Grave Effect and
Mm-hmm.
Transactional Rollback can copy Big Welcome too, so they can still play their cards and do their things. So it's not like it's a big hindrance because they can still interact with you, which is the annoying part.
Yeah.
Um, so Feather Duster is a better side deck option.
That's
Um,
where I would always put it.
and another thing that is confusing me is you're playing a ritual based deck and you do not have a single Dynamundo in your extra deck.
Dino Huda.
Dynamundo is a link 2 that requires one ritual monster and another monster. On summon, it can target a ritual monster in your graveyard and bounce them both back. And then on your opponent's turn, you can quick effect tribute it to target a ritual monster in your graveyard. And you can either special summon it to your field if it was special summon properly, or you can add it to your hand. It's Dynamundo, DY.
Oh, oops. Okay, I see it now. Oh, Dynamundo. One of the big
It's a
things I
very
was
good link to.
looking out for was Striker. Oh, which I think you were just discussing. But that, I'm gonna leave you there. See ya, Chara. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I can see where you're getting at on this one. There was one play. This is the part where I think they should be running it, but that's just because I've seen it once and I think it needs to be in there. If they can pull it off consistently. They actually had Diviner of the Herald as a level 6 with a level 4 monster on board, which I think it was Fire that was on board. And when we were playing against each other, I felt like I was going to be in trouble because I have played against this deck and it it leaves paths to be desired in my personal opinion. But the one thing that I saw that they could have made, which would put me in a very difficult situation, was get ready for this.
Aaron.
Yes.
Yeah, Baron de Fleur is a good card. Honestly,
Yes.
so in this point, you don't need to Entis in your extra deck because personally, from my viewpoint, the moment you use the first one, you're probably going to try to go for the kill shot, or you're going to at least set up a board to where you can interact with them if they try to come back.
Right.
Two Herald is okay because you can do it going first. You can do it on the follow up. You feel like you don't need to send Entis. So
Mm-hmm.
those are always good options to have.
And you can use it just to turn around and search out another ritual card.
Yes.
So. Blaze is like, I forgot his existence, not gonna lie. Oh god. Oh god. That's funny. That's funny shit right there. I personally, if I wanted to optimize this deck a little bit, I don't think I would. I see where you're trying to go hard on both, and I feel like I would go hard on one over the other. So I'm gonna ask you guys, which one would you go hard on? Like, which one would be like the base archetype, and which one would be the sub archetype for this?
I would probably have the sub archetype be the Mikanko engine
Mm-hmm.
because the Libromancers still allow you to play first if you want to go first to win the die roll. And most of the decks that are in the current format are wanting to go first decks, and if you don't have a way to interact or deal with what they can do, then you have a smaller chance of getting game one. So if you win the die roll and you go first, Libromancer can still, because they have access to their trap cards,
Mm-hmm.
try to set up some kind of interaction. And then you have the Mikanko for the follow up to help push a lot of damage outside the fact that the Libromancers themselves can do like double attacks and things of that nature.
Right. So yeah, I would.
There's
I was.
I would say there's also the fact that stop.
Sorry, I
You
think
first.
you stop. I think that you
You
stop,
first.
and then I start talking. I was actually thinking Libromancer myself as well. I was just Steven with a rate of 5. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Hello, Raiders. We were doing deck reviews and talking Yu-Gi-Oh, so I hope you're excited for that. Lunchtime. Bring me food, even though I had breakfast like maybe what 30 minutes ago. No, actually longer than that now. About an hour and a half ago, and I'm hungry again.
Well, I haven't eaten yet today, so calm down.
Feed me. Oh, Lethal Company. I thought you were playing golf earlier. Oh, like okay. Ayo. Well, enjoy your lunch, Steven, and thank you for trusting me with your viewers. We are primarily Yu-Gi-Oh based, everyone. Well, the new Raiders. So ideally Thursday, Friday, I'll take a break from Yu-Gi-Oh, and then we'll just do stuff like that. Tori rudely ignoring the fact that I just shouted out the correct streamer for the first time ever. I know! What is that? Are you feeling okay, Dopefish? Like, are you good?
Spite me because I called him nothing but a troll.
By the way, I also exist in waiting room. Okay. Well, we're full of 4 people, so someone would have to leave, unfortunately.
I mean, I'm happy to dip out if you want to come in.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Alright. I'll just be around in chat. See you guys later.
Later. All right.
Later.
Yeah. Boom. The African American Dopefish is now here. All right. So, it would still, like you were saying earlier, if we focus a little bit more on the Libromancer side with the Mikanko as the sub engine, that would turn it into a more going first deck than a going second deck, like you said, right?
Yeah, and even if you do like one of each of the Mikanko monsters, you can still get to the Mikanko combo line because you can still get to the cards.
Yeah.
Like, you notice how in the last build you saw there that they played like wannabe to the Conco monsters?
Let me take a look at. Yeah. Well, I actually only used for. Oh no, yeah, I did for the effect monsters. Yeah.
So you could do things that are exactly like that,
Mm-hmm.
and you can still get to your engine by doing other things as well.
Okay.
It's just like I said the last time, though. They were also using Isolde as a combo line to dump like the Mikanko quick spells and stuff along those natures.
Yeah.
So it'd be smart to we could use that build as a guide line, and then from there we tweak it to where it can fit in the current.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand because remember my Infernoble deck, the Mikanko was the engine,
Yeah.
more so. No,
And-
so I do understand. I don't understand pure Mikanko, honestly. It's a weird concept for me.
It's
Yeah.
so interestingly enough, there's another person and they just left chat. Not Darkest, I mean like chat for Twitch. Who basically built pure Mikanko relatively as a pure going blind second. And I actually helped them with their blind second combos a little bit more with like saying Lava Golem, some God dang it, what were they called? Kaijus. And then some other aspects that's usually good for going second decks. Aside from the usual like Harpy's Feather Duster, Cosmic Cyclone, or Twin Twisters, that sort of thing, that are usually still going in the side because you never know if you're going against a back row heavy deck, even going blind second. So like the usual stuff that you would normally see would be in the main and then go on and so forth. And Mikanko, while they don't normally build a devastating board, they do destroy boards relatively. Why did you break the 5-person rule, you freaking Canadian headmaster?
Canadians. It's always the Canadians.
I didn't know that was an actual rule.
I try to keep it that way. Oh well.
My apologies. I can leave.
Nah.
I'm only half a person anyway.
So 4.5?
Yeah, pretty much. And I guess Grom counts as half a person until they start talking.
Yeah, I'm never here. I'm just a ghost that whispers in your ear.
Oh, I just love hearing those sweet nothings into my ear.
Oh, you
I need an adult.
I am
an adult.
I need an adult. You're adult.
I am an adult. You're adult.
I'm fucked.
But yeah, I
What
can
are we?
see where you're going with this. So, is it okay if I clear? Well, actually, let's do Libromancer 2. Save as. So,
Hey, listen!
I'm listening. I see that you clipped something. I don't know what it was. You just sat there and said Lady Sarisa in 6 seconds. What do you mean 6 seconds?
That's giving her a compliment.
I personally
Okay.
you're grounded. Go
So
fish is
dumb.
grounded.
I got him back. Sorry about that.
So dumb.
Don't
That
fish
one
is
was because
usually
my
the-
mic was muted.